I was the only one who felt like I was going too fast. So I felt like, am I just being paranoid? Am I just doing too much, like just being too worried? But I thought it takes one swerve, right? One rogue animal. There was at some point a donkey running towards us, and this man was chasing him, running after this donkey, and this donkey had like a leash around his neck that was dangling from behind him, and the way the donkey was jumping up the hill and coming towards the asphalt, he was so close. It was so close to getting hit that day. He was running away for his life and was about to lose it. And if we were going any faster, or the donkey had sped at us and he was a bit ahead, we may have had... that might have been an ugly scenario. Alright, hi there. I'm in my hotel room in Jimma. I had 5 days here to see the project that my clients wanted me to see, and it was upon the recommendation that I partook in this trip in the first place. And a lot of things happened, and a lot of things didn't happen the way that I kind of hoped, but I didn't really hope for much to begin with, because I didn't really know what I'm gonna see. I didn't know what conclusion I was going to come to, and that was the entire point, you know. They believed that I didn't have enough, like a good enough idea of what I needed to do or what they were about for me to draw conclusions or to make suggestions that would genuinely improve your communications overall. So they sent me with someone from their staff, a young lady who's the age of my youngest sister. I kept reminding her that. I had a few plans for this travel, this very vague travel. We still haven't signed a contract. We don't know what we're doing. I don't know what I'm doing when I come back. I really hope I'm gonna make them happy with what I make, whatever I end up making. But right now it's like, I'm really not sure. Like, I am frankly a bit disappointed with I don't even know what to say. It's without sounding very redundant, you know, because it's like there are so many organizations, so many agencies and projects, and I don't like the vocabulary. I don't like how this making of a human habitat or this helping or collaborating sounds like it's an experiment of sorts. They're projects and they say we're going on the field. I don't like the verbiage, I don't like the words used, the vocabulary. I don't like how people are talked about in a way that's very, I don't know. There was a lot of contempt from the people that I met, a lot of contained emotions. And I feel like I'm that age, or I'm the kind of person people feel comfortable just talking about their honest feelings around me. And I'm a creep, you know. I record these things, I write them down on my phone, I keep it in my head because this is what I'm here for, you know. I'm here to assess the situation as it is, to summation of it as much as I can, the reflections, unfiltered thoughts out of this team and the collaborators and the people that they're working with marked. You know, I want to hear as much of this as possible because I'm trying to draw the narrative thread where I see none, and I feel like I will never find it. I feel like there is no narrative thread. So the thing I came looking for, so like in my head, since I was back in my home, I can't find, and I feel like I will never find. And like, that's not the point of the work that's being done here. And it made me question about whether I'm looking for the right thing and whether it's even right that I'm looking for this thing in the first place, you know, because this is my own bias and my own, I don't know, my own training in university, in architecture school, what my favorite teachers and the people I admire and the people whose approach I look up to have been saying. It's working with people should only be this. It should be collaboration. It should not be something that you look at as a project. People are not a project, you know. People's lives are not a project that you succeeds or fails or whatever. And I don't know. The more I get into this development work, I have some points or some times where I look at it and I think there's positives or there's tangible results, you know. As long as the results are tangible, it's okay that money is lost. It's okay that there's some negatives, that there's a dark underbelly. And then other times I just feel like I'm more disillusioned than ever about any non-governmental organization involvement, about any higher hierarchical structure being involved in other people's lives, in people's lives that they don't know. At the end of the day, we don't know these people. I don't know these people. I'm gonna go back with the pictures that I took and the videos that I have, and I have a couple of their phone numbers, and I started sharing the pictures. We started chatting a little bit, but we didn't sit down and have a heart-to-heart. And I just feel like I'm getting sadder and more exhausted talking about this, because I don't know why I'm here. And I feel like I knew too little coming here, and I feel like maybe this risk was not worth it. And then also I feel like saying no to this whole trip, I wouldn't have known what I know now. I wouldn't have confirmed my fears and my suspicions, and I was hoping I could be less cynical, because I feel like I've been a bit too cynical lately in a way. But that didn't work. I'm almost more cynical now. And I wanted to sketch the moon. I'm gonna change the topic. I have a list of things here that I want to talk about. Right now it's very quiet in the hotel, eerily quiet, and I know I heard some people go into their rooms. I know for sure there was one person from the people that we had dinner with who went back to his room, which was on the same floor. And I thought I did see multiple people leave their rooms in this floor over the past few days, and a few of these people became familiar faces that I don't say hi to. Some people we became familiar with, we have dinner together, we have breakfast together, we have this delicious breakfast buffet. And now it's just feeling like I was having a chat with my sister. It's just, the hotel feels like these liminal spaces. It's too quiet. Even the pool outside looks eerily still. The trees are not moving, the dogs are not barking. It's like the air itself has stopped moving and everything is just still and static, and it's weird. And I was telling my sister, and she was like, it sounds like a backrooms situation. I don't know if you're into internet lore, but the backrooms is basically, it's a kind of liminal space. Liminal spaces are kind of like these very unsettling areas where, I'm not sure if I'm defining it properly, but at least quickly off of the top of my head, I could just describe it as somewhere that usually feels occupied or feels like it should be occupied, but at the moment you're visiting it, it's empty and there's just endless space, and it just goes on and on forever. So like a hotel corridor room that you usually would expect would have people bustling activity, people going back and forth and so on, but then it's eerily quiet, and it's just, you can't tell what time it is. There's probably no daylight, no changes, nothing. It's just, everything is static, and it feels like the space is unreal. It feels like time is an illusion, and like this is not a reality that you're used to. And that is, and you feel like, what is reality? You know, that's kind of the sense that I kind of have tonight. I was just scrolling on TikTok for like an hour, and YouTube, and it was just, by the end of it I felt like crap, because it's not that I feel like I should be doing something specifically else, it's just anything else I should probably, but it's not even an I should thing. That's the problem, because I took this trip in the middle of a very low-key crisis. I made another video about this actually. My friend and I were talking about how it feels like we really have no idea what's next. We have ideas, but we don't know even what to want or what to pursue or what to pray for. Like, we're both women of faith and we're both believers, so it's like we try to get into the word and see what is written about existential crises and how people deal with it, and you know, how, I don't know, like what do we do? And we're in our 20s and we're not in college, we're not in school, we're not doing anything academic, we're not officially enrolled in a 9 to 5 workplace thing where you're climbing a ladder, a corporate ladder, or trying to impress someone or meeting deadline after that. We're not doing that per se. Like I have a part-time job and she has client work, regular work online, but she might step away from that, and to her it feels like it's a transitional thing, or it's a thing that she might have to leave, or she might leave at some point. But yeah, we don't know, and I've been praying about this and I don't know yet. I've been journaling about it, I've been writing, I've been collecting entries and notes. I started making this very large, elaborate sketch on my iPad that started getting wonky because of how much I was writing on it and how many connections and dots and notes and screenshots and lyrics and stuff I had on there. I remember I mentioned this in my other video, but my friend was talking about how in the story where Daniel interprets Nebuchadnezzar's dream in the Bible, the king asked or put out a command that he had a bad dream. He had a dream that left him with no sleep, that he felt like I don't know what to do now. I need to know what this dream means, and I don't just want to tell someone the dream, like the dream interpreter or whatever. I want them to tell me what I dreamt and then tell me what it means. So this man had a request that no one has requested, at least in recorded, at least that I know of. Like the people who he was asking this of were saying you can't request this. You have to tell the person. There were all these different wise men in the city, and they were saying you should tell us what the dream is so we can give you an interpretation. We can't just give it to you off of nothing. But that's what the man was demanding. And so my friend was saying that it feels like this is what we're demanding right now of God, or that's what feels like she's demanding or asking, requesting, of course, because she said that it feels like she's not just asking for an interpretation of something that she wants or something that she has in her heart, or in the example, which is Nebuchadnezzar's dream, she's not asking for interpretation of the dream. She's asking even what is the dream. She just knows she's stirred from within and there's something moving, or there's something that she wants to know, but she doesn't know what, and she doesn't know what it means and how to execute it. So it's like this is what the path forward looks like for her. She doesn't know what she's yearning for, and I feel so similar to this, and that is really not the right time to travel. And I really don't know how the foreigners here come here all uprooted from their lives and from a different continent. I only moved cities. I'm still in the same country. I have the same SIM card. I can call my mom. I can call my sisters. I don't have to get the whole international SIM card and figure out the internet and how it works and stuff, because the Wi-Fi here doesn't work in this hotel, by the way. They were complaining about it, so I don't know if it works at some point and doesn't. It's unreliable, and I don't know what to do or how they would deal with something like this, as someone who's not even from the country itself. And it's like it's not the right time to travel, and I'm feeling this way. I'm feeling weird, and like my problems are an illusion, and like nothing is real, and like everything feels like it was imaginary. Like my past doesn't feel like it belongs to me in a way. Vaguely. It's just tonight, more than other nights in this hotel room, it feels very disorienting for me. And I don't know why. Maybe people who stay at hotels a lot or people who travel a lot don't get that sense as much. But for me, it's like I have all my things, I have all the things that I usually use in my room, my laptop and my camera and my phone, my markers, and yet it's not enough. It's like I moved the things that I associate with my work and with my expression and my creativity. Obviously I have my family back there, I have my cats, I have everything that I'm familiar with, my own bed, the smell in my room, the plants, my house plants, but it's yeah, I don't know how people do it when they travel more often, really. Let me show you around this place. And there's this bed net. I don't know if this was in the frame the whole time, which I used to cover up because, yeah, I can't risk malaria. I don't know if malaria happens here, if just I couldn't risk it. And I had water, and even back home the water goes away most of the week, so we use tanker water. We try not to run out, not to finish it, because it only fills up twice a week, so 2 days a week. So there's a water shortage in the city. This happens in like even the fancier parts of the city. But here it's like all these resources that they just pour on you, and I can't believe this whole trip was for free, Bye. I'm so tired of talking. Yeah, but I want to show you the hotel. That's the bed net. That's the mirror. It's a TV. Curtains. Chair. Night stand. Bed. I don't like there's so much fabric, so much cushiony things. It just feels like it's really hard to clean, and it doesn't feel clean, especially when it's hot, because you think like, is it gonna be easy to clean? Is it even possible to really properly clean it? There's like hangers and a washroom. The key. I think I heard someone use the washroom finally. My neighbors are alive, people.